In this video, we're going to be talking about surds. So what is a surd? Most numbers can be written as a fraction, 4/5, or as a decimal that terminates, so 0.2. But some numbers, such as 2, go on forever and cannot be written as a fraction. Root 2 is what we call a surd. So how do we deal with these things? Let's have a look. Our first example, root 40. Now root 40 means the square root of 40. But what we can do is we can simplify this. What we do with this is we say, well, 40 is the same as saying 4 times 10. Why have we chosen those two rather than two different factors? The hint is because we're dealing with square roots. And 4 is a square number. So somehow that's going to make it simpler. So when we have this, we can split it up again further. This is the same as saying root 4 times root 10. We've just split the single square root into two square roots, but we've got to remember it's still a multiplication. Now, this is where the power, the importance of 4 being used, because the square root of 4 we can calculate as a single number. So now we've got 2 times root 10. We can simplify this by just saying 2 root 10. So root 40 can be simplified into 2 root 10. How about we go the opposite direction? How about this time we've got 5 root 10 and we want to write it as a surd without anything on the outside. So, how can we express 5 as a square root? Well, we can express this as the square root of 25, because that's the same as 5. And we're still multiplying by root 10. Now, these two roots can be represented under one square root, 25 times 10. And doing that calculation will give us root 250. Our final example is to simplify when we have more than one surd. So simplify root 20 plus root 80. Again, we're going to look for things that are going to be square roots. Root 20 can be represented as root 4 times 5. Now, root 80 can be represented in different ways. We can either represent this as 4 times 20, or we can represent this as 16 times 5. Both of these are square numbers, but seeing as our root 20 is got a 5 in, we are going to use the second one. If you've done it via this top method, doing another root 20 and expressing it as we did here gives the same answer. So we're going to take both surds and represent them with 2 additional. So we've got root 4 times 5, and we're splitting it up into root 4 times root 5, and root 16 times 5 is root 16 root 5. The square root of 4 is 2, We're multiplying it by root 5. The square root of 16 is 4, and we're multiplying it by root 5. But we're not done yet, because if you've got two lots of something, and you're adding 4 lots of something, you've got 6 lots of those something. And in this case, our something is square root of 5.